Hey guys, Russian Rider here. This time I'm off the bike without my helmet because I'm doing a review on the Puig windscreen for the FZ07 and MT07. Now if you guys watch my 1 week review on this bike, one of my biggest kind of concerns or downfalls of this bike that I talked about, one of the few ones, is the amount of wind blast that you get when you're riding at highway speeds. Now at about 55 miles an hour, it's not bad, but it's starting to get a little bit annoying. 65 gets quite a bit worse, and 75 is just, in my opinion, really bad. You feel like you're just pulling yourself up, trying to push through that wind. And if you're doing a short ride, that's fine. You can, get over that. But if you're going on a 1 hour plus ride, that really gets annoying. And when I picked up the bike, it was a 2 hour ride home from the dealership where I picked it up. So I really got to experience that firsthand. So right after getting the bike, I made up my mind that I'm going to buy a windscreen for it. Even though this is a naked bike, it makes sense that it has all the wind blast. When you're doing those longer rides, it's kind of nicer to be able to relax a little bit instead of feel like you're being pushed off the bike, in my opinion. Now, when it first came out, the bike, there weren't very many options for windscreens. They just had the Yamaha one, and that's really hard to get your hands on. Now there's a lot more options. I ended up going with this Puig one because mainly because of how it looks. It's really angular. It has these bumps out here in the middle, and I think it just looks aggressive. It matches the styling of the bike instead of some other ones that are just kind of circular, and they in my opinion, they don't look like they fit the bike. And I got the darkest color, and I got the sport version, which is the shorter one. Now there is 3 different colors. There's a clear, a medium, and this dark, and there's also a touring version which is longer, so it comes up quite a bit higher. Now the touring version to me didn't look like it fit the bike. It looked a little bit out of place, kind of funny. And so I decided to go with this one, and I wasn't sure on the colors. It was hard for me to choose. Either I could go clear, so kind of pretend it's not there, medium, or this dark. And I'm very happy that I went with the dark because it just really matches the black plastics. And at first I wasn't sure how I liked the look of it on the bike, and after taking it off, putting it back on, and looking at this bike for about a month now using this windscreen, I really like the look. I think it adds to the bike instead of takes away. So I prefer the look of the bike with this smaller version that's the darkest color. Now let's talk about installation. Installation is super easy. Yamaha has 4 screws that they include on there for mounting windscreens. So you unscrew those, put the brackets on, and then put in 4 more screws that hold the actual windscreen in place. So it's very easy to do. I did come across an issue with my windscreen. The mount on the bracket, the top ones are fine, but the bottom mounts right here that hold the windscreen in, and if you guys might see, I don't have the screws in here. The actual bracket itself, it's not bent up enough, basically. So what I'm gonna do, at first I thought I was gonna just get like bolts that are about 1/4 inch longer. It's ever so slightly short. So but now looking at it, you could tell that it just needs to be bent up slightly. I did a little bit of research online, and most people didn't have this issue. There are about 2 people that did mention that it didn't fit. So it's just a quality control thing. Unfortunately, there is an issue with that. I wish they would, do better quality wise. Don't have very much experience with Puig, but it shouldn't be an issue. Just grab some pliers, bend it up, and it should fit fine. And now let's just talk about the performance, how it does what it's supposed to do. Now at first when I put it on, I didn't ride my bike for about 2 days, and then I put this on, installed it, and I went for a ride. And honestly, I could feel a little bit of difference, but I didn't feel like it was that much of a difference. So at first I was thinking, maybe I should, send it back, exchange it, and get the touring version and leave it off completely. And then if I'm going on a long ride, say an hour or more, then I'll put it on to help with that. But after doing some kind of testing, I basically went on a long ride. I took it off, went on a ride again on the highway, doing about 70, 75. And that's when I really noticed the amount of difference it makes. Riding with this, the short version, I still feel wind blast, but it's definitely reduced, and I don't feel, even at 75, that I'm being pulled off the bike. So I still feel like I'm riding a naked bike. It still lets a little bit in, kind of wind in from the sides, and you still feel it right about here, the top of your shoulders, but there's a lot less right here. As soon as you take it off, you just feel like you're getting pushed off the bike. You have to hold on. So it definitely makes a difference. If you're looking for something that's going to give you the minimum amount of wind, you want to get the touring version. And if you're looking to have something that you can take off and just put on during long rides, I would also suggest the touring version. But if you want to use something that's going to stay on all the time, and you're not looking to get the minimum amount of wind blast, I would suggest a sport one. So overall, I'm very happy with the purchase. I like the look of it. I think it does not subtract. Very easy installation, very easy to take off and put away if that's what you're gonna do. So I definitely recommend it. Make sure you guys check the link in the description, and that's where you guys could pick one of these up from RevZilla. I think it's relatively inexpensive, and there you actually have the choices between the 6 versions that they have. So thank you guys for watching. Hopefully this was informative. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, give me a thumbs up. If you guys have any questions, you can write those in the comments below. And if you guys purchased one of these, let me know which one you got, which color and why, and let me know how you like it. I definitely want to hear your guys' opinions as well. So thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next one.